Spates checked in for the Warriors.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
And no need to rush it. They can play for one shot.
And I think they should wait till about the 5-second mark to go for it.
Green with a screen for Curry. Fires the three. And that is good. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead. And Milwaukee has possession. Here's Bayless. Off the left rim and out.
Great defensive anticipation.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. The Warriors on top as they wrap up the second quarter with a huge surge. An 18-6 run. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got Sanders. Chris Middleton is out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Parker. And it's Antetokounmpo. And
Man, what a play. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. After a 2012-13 season in which Larry Sanders received the 3rd most votes for most improved in the league, not to mention a 4-year, $44 million extension from the Bucks. Steve, a lot was expected last season.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot was not delivered. Injuries and various off-the-court issues kind of made it a season to forget for Sanders. So this year will be one of redemption. He needs to find that form from a couple of years ago.
On the wing, Thompson takes the three. Knight grabs the board.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul.
That's his second personal foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Knight with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Knight passes to Antetokounmpo. The second chance effort. Here's Sanders. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Sanders has got 8 points.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Here's Curry with the three. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And Sanders, tearing a ligament in his thumb during an off-the-court scuffle early in the season. It cost him 6 weeks. And he just put together his best game of the season when a stray elbow fractured his right orbital bone and put him out of commission once again. Tough break. Some of it self-inflicted, some of it bad luck.
Curry outside. And Sanders pulls it down. Sanders has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. There's the double team with Bogut. Middleton dishes to Parker. Can't get it to fall.
And for Sanders, the injury is unfortunate. I think some of the off-the-court decision-making issues were even more of a concern for the Bucks. They've made him a big part of their future, and they're hoping they can rely on him moving forward.
That is good. Knight's got 5.
They've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Pachulia, he's checked in for Sanders. Henson comes in for Parker. Jared Dudley's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Mayo in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Steph Curry.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Knight kicks to Mayo. Back to Knight. Lets it go from 11. Here's Henson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, so much great defense has come from the shooting guard position over the years. And here's a rundown of the players wreaking havoc at that spot this year. To take a look at Thompson, 5th in the NBA, very crafty player.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. I mean, those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
Well, the 2-guard position is where we often find the team's best defender, and that's definitely the case with these guys. Every one of their teams leans on them heavily at the defensive end.
Well, John Henson in his rookie season with the Bucks, somewhat buried on the depth chart. Last year, however, we got a chance to really see what he can do. I think he's a player to watch.
And Henson getting more minutes to shine.
And I think he still might be a bit underrated for a young developing team like the Bucks. I think he'll eventually be playing big minutes for them.
Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Mayo, the pass tonight. He dishes it to Dudley. 6 to shoot. To tie. The Warriors pull it in. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look at the Bucks.
They picked this team apart the couple of times they squared off with them last year. And on paper, they weren't evenly matched, and on the court, they weren't either.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
And Brandon Knight, the bucket on the assist by Mayo. Knight's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Tie game in Milwaukee. And
I got my mind and I can't let go. I'm killing every second till it saves my soul.
the Warriors shooting a meager 37% for the game. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Down low, it's Green and Bogut. One out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. And it's Curry in the point guard position.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on, he's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
On to Tacumbo's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Iguodala with it. Now defended by Sanders. And that one's good. 23 points for Steph Curry.
You can just see his confidence rising every time he knocks one down beyond the arc.
Here's Sanders. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. And that's 10 points for Larry Sanders. Curry dishes to Iguodala. And it's Iguodala again missing.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
So they take the lead. And the Bucks lead by 1. Clark and Steve, neither team with a big advantage here in the 4th quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
Man, I think that total could rise, Clark, because 2 evenly matched teams playing a tough game.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
TJ Mayo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Bayless comes in for Marshall. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
And thank you for that, Doris. And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting.
Parker kicks to Middleton. Another shot. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
That was the third straight high-percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Klay Thompson is checked in for Golden State. And the Warriors miss again. Mayo with it. Picked up by Thompson. Mayo, the pass to Bayless. He kicks it to Middleton. Bogut with the block. To the left wing. Back to Curry. Bogut kicks to Curry. Jacks up a three. Milwaukee leading by 3. Mayo drives in. That's good. Mayo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
What a crisp pass to find his open teammate.
Curry outside. They get the rebound. Here's Thompson. Can they get it? And he gets it to go.
They need to try to find some more opportunities here in the second half. They've not been as active on the offensive glass.
Pass to Mayo. Here is Bayless, guarded by Curry. Bayless dishes to Sanders. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Big call, Kevin. He just didn't get there quick enough, and that's a tough break.
A different look from Milwaukee. And Anthony Kumbo's checked in for Mayo. And Knight subbed in for Jared Bayless. A shot by Knight, no good. Warriors trail by 4. Barnes kicks to Curry. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
And that one's good. And the Bucks lead by 7.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Here's Bogut. 3-pointer. Again, Curry missing.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Lets it go with the 3. Sanders passes to Parker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
From deep 3-point range. And that one's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Curry with it. All sorts of time. And the miss. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for